Eko.
Anyway, my function now, wait, yes, anyway. And that way I'm from the person. Right now, it's here.
We get you some sweet.
So imagine this is somebody's roots to work every day, back and forth, back and forth. And the galamsey here has to be made worse. I'll show you some of the water bodies now. Very, 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 very disturbed water bodies. That is not helping the farm. So imagine water has to pass through the farm for you to get quality products. And now galamsey water passing. So how do you think it's going to be like when you see the produce or even the nutrients in the produce now? So the galamsey fight is not just to safeguard our lands, but it's to safeguard our food as well as human beings. So when we bring the fight of galamsey, don't sit at home in Accra and say, oh, send me the name feature no mutu. So talk about it and let's be vociferous and advocates that change will come because it affects the food that you eat. Trust me, I've seen it.
No one piank. I cook about the university. And for this year, I want to. Okay. I am a numb so. I'm the coffee. Ya teche. Ansu yiria. Galamsey activity no mu bio mu so na ha nyina abet nsu na betaha. Nti ye nam so mu a na ekotobi. Si ana nsu na yewe na ama ye nya ye ho atiti nkakra na ene. Me hye volunteer ntu. Ye kwan ne ye kwan se. Na wo su koko na wo de nam so a. How many cocoa free from ho eba fie for drying na. What about could be 100 Ghana? What about could be 100 Ghana? But yeah, you fa bridge we. Yeah, you fast and I come na labor. They be attitude that the brain afra e jaha no e fa. Kom wan no nti so kra na. It's no it. Your problem man. So we here. The galamsey activity. Since you na ka yedu happy. Nyunyu ni asabi agu ye gallon mu a ye de ko efum akwa no. Nsi sesi a kwan bia nkire se ye betumi anu nsuo ni chi se usuo nsuo. Eti. Omu bie se na we ene ayi breaking day nti akofom. Wednesday ombe bie na nsuo ni nyina ayiri afa ha no. Ya.
Na ma ya woni nam enre mu se ya mu nsuro.
Oh, daddy. Dear. Me nsuro. Aha no. Nko asa na America no. Awu se nkofo bebre afu so na mu a na wakopie wo dem ti we ye obi afu. Se ye bantam a nka bo nsa no pa ye nyina ye nam kwan so. Ye ko okwa obeshi obi ni ade. Nti ehu bi ani. Evan se se o kase bi yibe hu owo ni enwura mu ade yehia omu da bia no kra de owo bi a eda mafu mu emse wo be hu me otumi etwam wakwa aba no asan ba betwam nti owo ni de ye ni omu ana eti afu ni mu an obo okra hu na wo pam ti se bi a de o ye stubborn wo pam no na se wo ba de a ene na wo so ja wa pedua bi na but normally ohu a onu so udwane sometimes onu udwane na oso udwane fe na akwaya asresem nti ehu bi ani.
Okay, so I am at Dunkwao of Fame, but this time we are at Leticia's farm and we are in one of the well done farms that I've seen.
This one is 8.5 hectares and I've cut just 4 acres. So 4 acres is about almost 2 hectares. So we are working around 8.5 hectares. Yes, I've been to cocoa farming since 2010. I started planting my first cocoa tree in June 2010. Actually, my parents were not cocoa farmers. And even the community where I came from, when I grew up, when I was a child, I used to see cocoa beans on the mat from my grandmother's village. But the CSSD, as I was growing up, I saw no cocoa, rather I saw rubber. But I came into cocoa farming through my HIV activities. I was doing advocacy on HIV and AIDS. And then someone who was diagnosed HIV positive wanted to commit suicide. So I came in and counseled the person, and the person decided not to commit suicide. So as I was giving him psychosocial counseling, we got to a point that we needed to give him antiretroviral drug. So the day that we administered the antiretroviral drug to the man, he went into coma for 15 days. So the 15th day, I was beside his hospital bed when he came to himself. And he told me that he would like to see me all the time. And that the only thing he would like, he can see, the only thing that will help him to see me all the time is to become a cocoa farmer. In fact, I laugh. I thought, oh, this man has just come from coma, so he doesn't know what he was saying. But I got to a point, every day he was saying it. So it got to a day that he said, if I don't agree to become a cocoa farmer, he will not take his antiretroviral. And me knowing that I've suffered to bring this man back to life with the help of God, I said, okay, you take the medicine. I'll be a cocoa farmer. When I told him that, he took me to a village that is a Sikuma, to a man who owns land, and said the man should give me land, and that if I don't pay, he will pay. So the man also agreed and gave me almost 7 acres of land. Immediately we acquired, he asked me to give him 35 Ghana cedis to clear the land. I gave him the money and he cleared the land. We started doing nursery. We got pots from Funso. We did the nursery. When we cleared the land, we planted maize, cocoyam, cassava, plantain. And within 3 years, in fact, within 1 year, I harvested cassava, plantain, cocoyam, maize, garden eggs. All what I needed to have a meal on my table was maybe fish or meat and salt. And that was how I got so much enthused into cocoa farming. In 2016, Cocoa Board wanted a female cocoa farmer to travel with, and I was picked. So I went to Switzerland and I spoke on cocoa sustainability, and I think it went down at the conference. When I came back, they came to inspect my farm, and I was adjudged the most enterprising female cocoa farmer at the regional level. In 2019, I had the 2019 most enterprising female cocoa farmer nationwide. And since then, I've been on so many cocoa platforms to speak on behalf of cocoa farmers and on behalf of Ghana government. The soil shouldn't be too loose, yes, and it shouldn't be too sticky too. It shouldn't be that too much clay-like and too much sandy. That will show a sign of good soil for cocoa. After you've gotten the cocoa, maybe 3 years upwards, you need to do pruning. You need to do sanitary harvesting. Pruning is whereby you remove branches from the cocoa tree so that it can get enough air. Yeah. Then sanitary harvesting, you remove things like this black spot. This one, let me see if I can take it and show it to you. this one, you remove all of them. Sometimes when those of us who are not able to harvest our own cocoa and do our own pruning, if you hire laborers, normally they don't harvest these things, so you also have to hire laborers to remove all these things. And then this one, you have to remove them, cut them, so that the actual tree, they do not compete with the tree that bear fruit. So most of the time we remove them from the main tree. Harvesting season, so things like this, you harvest them and then we gather them together and we crack. This is how we crack. This is not the type of equipment or tool that we use to crack the cocoa, but just to demonstrate it. So we crack them and then you remove the beans and we have fermentation and then drying. Cocoa farming can be lucrative. It depends on the way you go about it. Most farmers see cocoa farming as unlucrative because they don't take their farm as business, and that is why we are negotiating with the government to increase the price, increase the farm gate price for us. Not only the government, but also consumers and the buyers of our cocoa. Yeah, it used to be lucrative when the weather was good, but these days it's not lucrative because we lack laborers to work on our farm. We are competing with Galamsey for the piece of land. Land are so exorbitant that we cannot afford to acquire land. Laborers, they prefer going to the Galamsey side because they pay them by day 600. Whilst the cocoa farmers, we pay them just 150 per 4 hours. So these days it has become very difficult with the climate change and the harsh weather. If you plant the cocoa farm, unlike 2010 when I planted my farm, within 1 year, 2 years, I was seeing flowers. These days, if you plant the farm, even half of the cocoa would die first year and you have to replant. So farming has become very expensive, time consuming and energy consuming. Yes, Cocoa Board used to give farmers scholarship when they get to the second cycle institutions. But with the introduction of the free SHS, it was abolished because they think that everyone or every child that enters SHS enjoys free education. So before the advent of free scholarship, Cocoa Board was giving farmers what scholarship. They see to it that the cocoa yields goes well as is expected. They give us technical support at the spraying. We have the mass spraying, we have the pruning, and then we have the what else?
Pollination.
Pollination, yes. Cocoa Board has been supporting us with this what we call the PEP, Production Enhancement Program, where they support with the pruning, the spraying, and then the pollination. So they also sell the cocoa on our behalf on the world market, and they provide us with the storage facilities. They sometimes support us with farm input, even though it is not enough. We me the command in preco. The command for vitamin. Instead of giving them artificial vitamin, I give this one to them. Vitamin.
So it's about to rain, And now Leticia says she has umbrella for me. Tell me, she umbrella car. Okay. So where now?
To be in see.
Okay. And your man ready. This is ultramia. So this is the natural umbrella. You're a farm or from a farm. It's a patrol. One umbrella on buy. I mean, you can improvise. This is the proper DIY. Do it yourself. Kind of